Welcome to NBA League Table. I'm Wayne.
Yeah, I'm Leo.
And today's issue is about NBA Finals. The third straight time Golden State is beating Cleveland in Game 1 of the Finals. But this one feels different because the Dubs have a bigger engine under the hood. Don't you think so? Carl Smith, who joined us now from the Bay Area, with a little bit of the postscript from Game 1 and say cool. LeBron said after the game, it's very difficult to stimulate Golden State even with all that time off, and we saw how difficult it is as the Cavs. They look a little shell-shocked in this one.
Yeah, when I think the biggest issue for them was trying to stimulate Kevin Durant. I don't know how you could possibly stimulate a guy with the length, those dimensions, that athleticism. The way he affects games is they had no answer for what KD was doing to him on both ends of the floor. I haven't seen LeBron bothered like that on both ends, since he dealt with Kawhi Leonard in the finals. So you're just talking about individually, and for LeBron specifically, a guy who can cause him problems, and really maybe one other guy in the camp.
Sure. Also, say Coach Mike, I heard Kevin Love just now say we couldn't push the pass the way we want to do. Does that necessarily something they want to do against Golden State? Is trying to roll up and down the floor of lane. And I saw there were a lot of quick shots last night. I go back to Game 7, which they win about 94 to 89 in last year's championship series. And that to me seems like the way Cleveland might have a chance to be successful against us.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think you tell me that I put pushing the pants or playing that tempo that's playing right into the hand of Warriors. They're the team in this game, in this league, to do that better than anybody. To me, Cleveland has kind of fallen in love with this notion of playing like that because they have seen it at the highest level, the previous and the finals, and want to emulate some that of, but they got to very careful. You're talking about going out there and playing in the belly of the best and playing to the B strength, and if you do that and you get burned this series innocent, 4 to 5 games instead of going potentially 6 or 7, and giving you a chance to really slow it down and play the series at your speed, at the speed that best suits you as a team. And let's give it to the reporter, to the court.
For this, the success you had in 15, how does it compare with not success in 16, and which one give you more sense of urgency and confidence coming into the series?
Oh, okay. Actually, they both do, to be honest with you. So it's hard to separate the experience of both because they were as impactful, or they both were, very impactful on our outlook going into the series, because obviously, what it takes to win. What it feels like when everything clicks and you are able to walk off the court of champion, and on the other hand, how important each position in each game is, that you are trying to get to that point, and what we went through last year. So that has been That has been our third game around having experienced both playing against the same team. A lot of confidence, and then through our locker room knowing, how to expect how we are going to be successful, and just going out and having fun and enjoy this process. It's an unbelievable feeling to be back in the final and be playing on the stage, and we went to get it done.
Your numbers across the board in the pros are the best. They have been in your career. 3-point shooting point efficiency, all of it. How much is that? It's the single-mindedness and the focus that you all have, and how much of it is the individual matchup and being able to play off a guy like Kevin Durant.
Okay, this is only factor. I mean, we have a great flow, but what we are doing every single night. Great purpose about how we are playing on both ends of the floor. Really, I going my part trying to lead that charge. I think as you look at the offensive end, we have some of your playmakers. We have collective focus about how we support to play things quick, and obviously I'm going to make shot. Katie is going to make shot. Clay is going to make shot. It's very much gonna do what he does all over the floor, and we are going to put ourselves in great position to win. So I already look at like the individual production more so than just when I'm out there. It seems that this year we have such a great vibe about our play, and we want to keep that going over the next, hopefully, 4 weeks.
Okay, thank you for your interview.
Christoph Fedor from Cleveland came throughout the postseason. You've talked about how you use your own definition of success on defense, and sometimes it goes beyond numbers. So playing against a team like Golden State, with all the offensive weapons that you've talked about, what do you consider a successful defensive night?
Well, with those guys, I think they can score. We know, and they have a lot of guys who can score the basketball, and they are going to make some tough shots that most guys are not going to make. So we understand that, but that my biggest thing is not beating ourselves. That not turn the basketball over, not taking bad shot defensively. Understand what we are doing. So we are not going to go to basketball. We got to take the easy basket away from them.
Thank you. The second question is in Taiwan, when you coach Curry going into this series and assess the matchup with Stephen Curry, do you let them lose and say make this and one-on-one thing relish the challenge, taking them on both sides of the ball, or do you have to go away from that, or just how do you kind of coach that matchup?
Well, Curry is an action. Offensively, he can score in a lot of different ways, and we want him to be aggressive. And the way this team play defense with all layer switching, and things like that, we have to take advantage of match up, and if they are going to switch different guys, Uncle Kali, and he has to be the greatest one-in-one, and I feel good about that. So he has the green light, be aggressive, and making the right play. So the match up not about you know, Kelly and Stephen. It's about the team, but you know, when he has certain matchups, he definitely has to be aggressive.
Ty, there's obviously 3 times, and this is the first time that serving 2 teams playing 3 years in a row. A lot of big men here, a lot of potential historical ramifications. Do you ever take time to think about kind of the special moments that this is for you guys that have been a part of it, or is there too much going on for you to really think about kind of the uniqueness of this whole situation?
Well, no, I mean it's definitely unicorn, and it's nothing you can take for granted. You know, even though we have the best player in the world in our team, you know, you still can't take that for granted. You know, healthy played a part. A lot of things played a part in this series. So going into the final 3 straight years, you have to enjoy. You know, you have to relish the moment. But now we are here. We have business to take care of. But I mean, it's something you can't take for granted. You have guys with Bankley, Kelly, Cover, and Darren Williams. Those guys who never ever been to the final. So it is a very significant moment that you can take that for granted, and you got to take advantage of every opportunity.
Okay, thank you for the interview.
And next question. Your numbers across the board in the pros are the best. They have been in your career. 3-point shooting point efficiency, all of it. How much is that? Is the single-mindedness and
I think as you look at the offensive we have ensemble